Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And no one can run the football like Lamar Jackson from the quarterback position. The most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands since probably Michael Vick. Got more accurate throwing the football each and every year in Louisville. But how about this one? A first-round pick in 2017, the number 32 pick in the first round. The last guy to do that at Louisville, Teddy Bridgewater, the same exact pick when he came in.
It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running.
The ball carrier.
The numbers for Sanders last week, there was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that carries over to this week as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The end result, 21 yards. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on third. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
I love this quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Second and 10.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big body guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
And the Jaguar
on play action. They'll throw. Man open. That's Henry Ruggs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 20.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now this throw caught left side. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 20.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Jackson from the shotgun. Now he's forced out left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. These two teams all tied after one. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Pass. Incomplete on the throwaway. He was covered by Dante Jackson.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
They really knocked that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good pickup there at 22. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab.
Complete.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And a Jaguar first down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let this go deep for runs. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 30 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
And the Bucks.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. That reception, it brings him up. NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, put you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Number 20.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Colin Saunders on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness?
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
The tone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
The ball carrier.
There to stop him was Darius Leonard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Alex Anzalone on the tackle. It's a gain of 5.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
The 33-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Jaguars.
Over the middle here to Brown. Uh-oh. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
It's good, and it's 21-10. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
Buccaneers 10. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And his pass incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Jackson steps away to his left. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Sanders has it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point try now for Crosby. He's got it to make this a 21-17 game. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds.
26 on 2nd and 8. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. That was signaling a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
For the field goal, a 35-yard attempt.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that'll bring him back within a point.
Makes the score, Jaguars.
So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And it's the Colts on top as that one approaches halftime. Calvin Ridley, a touchdown reception. From there, we slide over to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And you can see there, it's the visiting LA Rams who have the lead in that one. Devontae Adams, a touchdown reception. Finally, we're off to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. A 20-point win, 34-14, the final. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the
throwing on first down. It's Jackson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. They'll run with Sanders. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And here's
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass, and everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball, but for some reason we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, "Take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me."
They still can't get it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
22-yard attempt.
And Crosby puts it through. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter.
Jaguars 21.
This is 3rd field goal now with the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives them the lead.
It's been a back and forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it on.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Henry Ruggs. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 5.
Buccaneers 23. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. That goes to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. This one caught by Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Play action. Now Jackson. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Bucs first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They go play action here on 1st down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
At the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And once again, this is Sanders. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Jaguars back with it on offense. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did, you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Taken down at the 41.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Number 1, the ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard.
Now a handoff looking right. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
At the 47-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Man open left side is Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
This game has been a lesson, a clinic in how to throw the football. I mean, even with a big lead, they're not turning off the engine. They're not getting off the gas at all. They plan to keep going at them, and it's working for them.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Now Jackson on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Sanders. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Miles Sanders.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jackson, well, they've had a great, impressive. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Gabriel Davis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
So now the Jags down by 5. 2:05 to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14. And a Jaguars first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
6 yards. And it's
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
another carry.
It'll be a pickup of just 2. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout,
It's a gain of 20.
as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
6 at the 10-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Loss of 4 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those, what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game.
Makes the score Jaguars.
So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. Now Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
Jackson's pass complete to Miles Sanders. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
One last shot for Jackson. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. Oh, now he bowls him over. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Today's final score.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jaguars, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. Thanks.